General Hospital spoilers. Emma poison Rocco. The boss of DVX appears. Shocking motives, explosive truths, and a dark alliance revealed. Port Charles is no stranger to secrets, but the one unraveling now threatens to tear the town apart. In a shocking twist no one saw coming, beloved legacy character Emma Scorpio Drake finds herself at the center of a stunning and disturbing crime. And just as the truth begins to surface, a long-anticipated arrival finally steps out of the shadows. The boss of the DVX has come to Port Charles. Beneath the surface of family ties and smiling faces lies a sinister plot, one that could destroy the Scorpios, the Drakes, the Spencers, and more. This week on General Hospital, betrayal, espionage, and vengeance collide in a story that redefines everything. It started like any other day for the Falconary family. Rocco, full of energy and teenage angst, had just returned from a school trip and was looking forward to spring break. But hours after a warm family dinner with Dante and Lulu, he collapsed in his bedroom. Initial tests pointed to a severe allergic reaction. But when Dr. Portia Robinson ran toxicology, the truth was far worse. Rocco had been poisoned. Portia's discovery set off a chain reaction in the hospital, with Jordan, Mac, and Anna launching an immediate investigation. Port Charles had seen its fair share of poisonings, from Helena Cassadine to Peter August, but this time it felt different. Personal. Targeted. And then the bombshell dropped. The poison was a neurotoxin linked to the DVX. Haunted by her past with the DVX, Anna Devane immediately suspected this was no accident. But she couldn't have anticipated the horror that would follow. A trace of the same neurotoxin was found in Emma Scorpio Drake's room, hidden in a vial behind her dresser. Forensics confirmed that the vial matched the chemical compound found in Rocco's blood. Anna's knees buckled. Emma? Her sweet granddaughter? It didn't make sense. Emma was immediately brought in for questioning. But what she revealed next turned Port Charles upside down. In an emotionally devastating interrogation scene, Emma, calm but clearly battling inner turmoil, confessed to poisoning Rocco. She admitted to having the vial, administering a small amount of the toxin in his water bottle at the park earlier that week, and watching from afar as he slowly began to get sick. It was never about Rocco, she whispered. It was about control. About proving I could be just like them. Anna was speechless. Like who? She asked. Like the man who trained me, the boss of the DVX. While attending a university abroad, Emma was targeted and groomed by a covert DVX cell. Isolated, academically gifted, and desperate to reconnect with her legacy, she was lured in with promises of espionage training and the ability to carry on the family legacy of intelligence work. But what she didn't realize was that she was being conditioned, brainwashed, even, to obey. The DVX didn't just want Emma, they wanted her as a weapon. Emma's mission was to infiltrate Port Charles and send a message. Poisoning Rocco, a cop's son, would ignite fear and send a signal to Anna, Dante, and anyone else who dared cross the DVX over the years. The message? We're still watching. As the truth unraveled, Robin Scorpio Drake returned to Port Charles in emotional ruins. The thought that her daughter, her bright, compassionate daughter, had been manipulated by the very criminals Robin and her family spent decades fighting sent her spiraling. Robin confronted Anna in one of the most powerful scenes in recent GH history. You raised her to be a fighter. I raised her to be a healer. How did this happen, Mom? How did we let this happen? Meanwhile, Patrick Drake appeared via a video call, demanding answers. The guilt rippled through every Scorpio generation. Was this the cost of their legacy? As Rocco lies unconscious in the ICU, Lulu is consumed with grief and fury. Her son might never wake up. Her best friend's daughter, someone she once held as a baby, did this. Lulu confronts Emma in a scene that will haunt viewers. You looked me in the eye at that dinner. You smiled at my son. And you were already planning to end him. Was that your test, Emma? Was that your initiation? Emma, restrained and emotionally vacant, only whispered, I didn't want it to be him. But for Lulu, there's no going back. She vows revenge, not just on Emma, but on whoever turned her. And then he arrived. In a cryptic final scene of the week, a man in a tailored gray suit stepped off a private plane at the Port Charles airstrip. Flanked by two heavily armed bodyguards, he smiled faintly as he lit a Cuban cigar. "It's time they remembered who really runs the shadows," he said. Lord Maddox Vale, the new boss of the DVX, has made his move. Played by a yet unannounced fan-favorite soap actor, Maddox Vale is rumored to be a rogue MI6 agent turned criminal mastermind. He's elegant, cold, charming, and lethal. And his interest in Emma goes far beyond a simple spy training operation. Sources reveal that Vale believes Emma is the key to unlocking a long-lost DVX sleeper code, something embedded in her bloodline through the Scorpio Divane genetic sequence, making her both valuable and dangerous. Mac Scorpio isn't sitting this one out. As the truth comes to light, Mac reactivates old WSB contacts and decides it's time to go full commando. "They used my granddaughter as a weapon. They made her betray her own blood. They want war? Let's give them one." Mac and Anna suit up, reminiscent of their spy glory days, determined to take down Maddox Vale before he can activate other assets in Port Charles. But the clock is ticking because Vale isn't done. A young hospital staffer collapses in the GH parking lot. Same neurotoxin. Is Emma telling the whole truth? With Sam and Damien Spinelli on the tech front, a mysterious digital fingerprint tied to Emma's training videos points to a secret location beneath Spoon Island. When word spreads that the DVX is targeting family bloodlines, Liesel bursts back into town, warning everyone that the Cassidines may have a separate deal with Maddox Vale. Jason Morgan returns from a mysterious absence to help Dante track the DVX connections, especially since an encrypted message found on Rocco's phone had Jason's old codename embedded in it. The big question now, is Emma too far gone? Robin believes she can be redeemed. Anna wants to believe it too. But when a hidden audio file reveals Emma speaking directly to Vale and saying, "I'm ready for phase 2, even they are shaken." Is Emma still under his control? Or is she playing her own long game? In a final cliffhanger that aired Friday, Maddox Vale met with a cloaked woman in a secret crypt beneath Port Charles. As the camera zoomed in on her face, gasps erupted from viewers. Is Holly a double agent? A captive? A willing ally? Or is she planning to destroy Maddox from within? With Emma in custody, Rocco clinging to life, and Maddox Vale building a shadow army, Port Charles is on the brink of all-out war. Loyalties will be tested, alliances will be shattered, and a new generation will be forged in the fire. The question isn't whether the DVX will fall, it's how many lives they'll take with them before they do. Stay tuned for more explosive developments, heart-wrenching performances, and the rise of a dark empire no one saw coming.